In this video, we're going to go over the CSS cursor property. Now you can see on the right hand side of your screen, I stated some values which you can use for your cursor property. So these are lots of values you can use. These are the text. You can see the text, the pointer, the crosshair, the move, the progress, the weight, the copy, the grab, help, and none. Okay, you can also use none. So these are lots of values you can use for your cursor property. Okay, so let's go over to our web page. We are going to be working on this. We're going to be working on this second div. So we're going to be working on this second div, not the first div. We're going to be working on the second div. Okay, so let's go over to our web page. So like I said, we're going to be working on this div, this second div over here. So you can see as I'm hovering over this div, you can see the default text cursor. So this is the default text cursor. You can watch this as I'm hovering over this. This is the default text cursor. So we can also override this. Okay, we can also override this with the cursor property. Okay, it doesn't mean it has to be this way. We can also override it. Okay, so let's go over to our code editor. Like I said, there are lots of values which you can use. So for the first one, we're going to start with the crosshair value. We're going to start with this value. So let's go over to our code editor, to our CSS. So the property you use is cursor. Yeah, so like I said, there are lots of values. So we are going to start with the crosshair. So now we have stated the crosshair value for our cursor property. So let's go over to our web page now and refresh this. Refresh. So now I want you to watch this now as I hover over this second div. So watch this. So you can see, did you see the cross? So this is the cross cursor, the crosshair cursor. You can see it now as I hover over it, like as I hover over this second div. So this is one value you can use for your cursor property. So let me give you some other examples. So let's state some other values here. We can also use the move. We can also use the move. Go over to our web page now, refresh, and now let's hover over our second div. You can see the move. You can see the move cursor over here. You can see it. So this is one other value you can also use. So let me show you another value, which is the help. The help value. So let's go over to our web page, refresh this, and now this is the help cursor. This is the help cursor. Now you can use this help cursor if maybe you have a page. You have a page for your, maybe you have a help page, which whenever the user clicks the help page, so you can also use this cursor whenever the user go over to your help page. The user will know that he or she is on the help page. Okay, so this is the help cursor you can use. Okay, so this is one other value you can also use. So you can also use the pointer. So this pointer value is seen on a link. Okay, it's normally seen on a link, so you don't really need to specify a pointer because this pointer is normally used for link. You don't really need to use it because by default, whenever you have a link, by default a link comes with a pointer cursor, so you don't really need to specify a pointer. So you can see over here, you can see as we hover over this second div, you can see this is a pointer. This is the pointer cursor. So this cursor is normally seen on links. Okay, so you don't really need to specify it. By default, it normally comes with a link, so you don't really need to specify it. So there's also another value we can use, which is the none. So let's remove this pointer. So we can also use a none value. Let's go over to our web page, refresh. So now I want you to see this as we hover over this second div. So watch this now. So we hover over it, and you can see the cursor is gone. So let's come back. We hover over it, so you can see the cursor is gone. So this is because we set the cursor to none. So by setting it to none, you won't be able to see it, okay, because we set it to none. Okay, so you can see it's disappearing whenever we hover over the second div. So these are the CSS cursor. These are the CSS cursor values which you can use for your cursor property. Yeah, these are all the values which you can use here. So that will be it for this video concerning the CSS cursor property. I will see you guys in the next video.